The next question we have is from Trevor. Good morning, Trevor. And he is asking, what questions should I ask before I join a board?
Great. Well, I guess this is a nice segue to the due diligence. And again, what I see is that, even recently someone contacted me and said, a friend of mine's wanting to start a foundation and I'm really interested. I want to support her, but, I'm not really sure what questions I should ask and what the risks are. So it's important that people are aware of any potential liabilities to them as an individual director. So does the organisation, whether it's a social enterprise, whatever structure they are, do they have directors and officers liability insurance? That's the number one. If they don't have that, don't accept a role or don't go further, or insist that they have it before that you proceed. I'd also be interested to know what is the screening process that they use to put the board through. So, in the financial services sector, there's a big compliance about being a fit and proper person. In many not-for-profits, maybe there's a small barrier to entry with a national police clearance or a working with children check, but that's not really enough. As directors, you need to understand, are they a fit and proper person to hold a directorship? Had they been excluded or banished from other director roles? Have they had a history of bankruptcy and things like that? So there are some excellent online services that can do all that background checks so that you don't have to ask those awkward questions. So that would be certainly, I'd be asking, what sort of checks do you do of other directors? Because it's about your brand and reputation as well as the safety and the risk management for the organisation. And I think certainly if you were seriously considering a board role, you have to insist on getting copies of previous minutes of papers and board reports, at least back over 12 months, so you can see significant decisions or issues and how they're being managed, and financial statements, so you know what you're getting into. I've heard certainly a lot of people who I work with who, went to their first meeting and then they found out that the CEO was going to be terminated at that meeting, and, they hadn't read that in the board papers and they weren't aware of it. And so it was a big, big shock. So I'm a big fan of no surprises. And I guess the best way to find out that sort of stuff is to have a talk directly with the chair and some of the directors and the CEO and even the senior leadership team, and, get them to be honest and upfront with you so that you can contribute and you can decide if, you're the right fit for them and vice versa.